Okay, you can start doing it. You should know, correct? When I have a natural log, how should it be like? First of all, you key your function into the calculator first. Okay, are we ready? Please key in the attendance. Okay, everyone key in already. Esther still not in. Okay, shall we start? Okay, let's go part A first. Find the domain. Still remember how to find the domain?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we start. Okay, Zafan. Zafan Niam. How to find the domain?
X is a member of real number.
Sure.
Uh,
Sure. This is not exponential.
oh, no, it's not exponential, yeah. So
Yeah,
it's,
definitely X must be a member of real number, but that is not the end.
yep. So it's half. Is it?
So all this you must remember when talk about natural law. You have to do something first.
1 minus 2x. 1 minus 2x plus 2 is more than 0.
No. You remember I told you. That's why I say all this you have to remember. If not, I cannot help you. You see, I can repeat 10 times, it's still the same. I tell myself.
2x minus 1 is more than 0.
Yeah. So this is something that's why when you want to learn well, you have to speak to yourself. Whatever in the law must be greater than 0. So this is something that you have to bear in mind. You get me? If not, you won't be successful in your learning. So before I can continue, I have to do this first. Correct? So you see why your teacher need to repeat? The reason is because you didn't play your part as a student. So my x must be greater than half. So I have to write here x greater than half. All right, so this is my domain. So this is a key idea that you have to remember. Okay, now how about part B? How about part B? Thaddeus. Thank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as s approach infinity,
Vertical asymptote, Thaddeus, not horizontal asymptote. You see? Thaddeus, vertical, not horizontal.
oh, okay.
Early in the morning, you should be fresh.
Oh,
Ah,
vertical asymptote is s equal to 1/2.
yes. Hello, class. That's why everything. That's why I said maths is, you find it tough, it's not because maths is tough. It's your effort. So, yeah. So the vertical asymptote, then I'm going to, Sarafina, what is the equation of the vertical asymptote?
X equals to 1/2.
Yes, thank you. So the vertical asymptote is x equal to 1/2. So I told you already, we have to memorize. All this you have to memorize. You understand, you have to memorize as well. Okay. Yeah. So now, see, if you want to draw a sign diagram, can I straight away draw? This question, I didn't ask you to find certain thing, right? So if I want to draw a sign diagram, can I straight away draw?
No.
Jasin.
No,
No. So what should I do?
find the x-intercept.
Yeah. So can you tell me how to find the x-intercept?
Fx equals to 0.
Yeah. So this is the way. Right? Okay, Justin, can you tell me what to do next?
Move the 2.
Yeah, move the 2 over to the other side. So single lawn, correct?
Yes.
Then what should I do with the lawn?
Change it to e.
Is that the way?
Yes.
Yes. So my 2x. So this is the exact value. So my 2x will be equal to e to the power -2 plus 1. So my x will be e to the power -2 plus 1 divided by 2. Or I can write my x as 1 plus e squared over 2e squared. Do you know what am I doing? When we talk about answer, we try not to put it as power negative. Everyone, do I need to explain how I get from this step to this step?
Can explain.
I don't know.
Can. It's a matter whether you want or not, Mark. If you don't want, what for I give you? Am I right?
1, 1, 1.
So, yeah. So when we have things like that, power negative means it's like that. Am I right? Okay. This is power negative. So we can make it to an equivalent fraction by multiplying the top with e square and the bottom with e square. So we didn't change the value of the fraction, correct? Hello? Are you okay?
Yes.
So you just expand 1 plus e square over 2e square. That's it. Or there are people who prefer to do it like that. So I'm going to show you another way. It's a preference of individual. So they will write x as e to the power negative 2 plus 1 divide by 2 means time half. Agree with me? I can also write it this way. So this skills is very important. Now we are going to do it when we talk about the first principle in chapter 2 soon. Okay. So I can also write it like that. Or then I can do it like this. So all this, you don't have to show me the working. You can work in your mind. So want to make it equivalent single fraction, correct? So there are people who prefer to do it like that. I prefer to do it like that. I find it's easier. So it depends on your preference. Are you okay? Hello?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Yeah. Can you give me the approximate value of this one so that I can judge?
Zero 0.568.
So it's very near the horizontal asymptote, correct? A vertical asymptote, am I right?
Yes.
Okay. So before so now I have to sketch the graph. Okay. I have to draw the sign diagram. Yeah. Okay. Shafika, can you tell me how to draw the sign diagram now?
First you draw the line for fx.
I draw the line for fx.
And then mark the x-intercept and vertical asymptote.
Okay, so I mark the vertical asymptote and mark the x-intercept.
A vertical asymptote is supposed to be dotted line.
The vertical asymptote is supposed to be dotted line. So vertical asymptote is supposed to be vertical line, dotted line. So do you think I'm doing the right thing now? Shafika?
Yes.
Sure.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. That means you are telling me that the domain is all the member of real number, no? If I draw like that?
Yes.
Sure. You look here.
Oh, maybe erase the after the dotted line, the left of the dotted line.
Yes, I have to erase this part because this is not part of the domain. If you don't want, then you put dotted line, up to you. If not, actually, you should draw it like that. Okay, I have no choice. I cannot erase part by part. So what I need to do is when I draw, I have to look at the domain first. I have to go to the domain from negative half or from half onward to the right. Correct? So that is the first thing when you draw sign diagram. Domain is very important. And I mark down the x-intercept, which is approximately 0.568. the exact value will be 1 plus e squared over 2e squared. Okay, so then I use my graphic calculator to test the region. Am I right? Okay. Yeah, Shafika, can you tell me what is the sign for region A?
Region A is positive.
Region B?
Also positive.
Huh? Sure.
Negative.
So what value do you take between half and 0.568?
I take 0.
0.5.
Also positive, ah? Sure.
Negative, miss.
So I take out my y1, I put in 0.51, right? Okay, then I close, then I got negative value. Still remember we use this method. You got the equation in your calculator already, correct? Then you press alpha. Then you press the button trace.
Wait.
Then you choose your y1. Then come out on the screen. Y1, you put in the value between half and 0.56. So I put 0.5152 up to you. Then you put enter. Then they will give you a negative value, correct? They give you negative 1.2188. So it's negative. Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay. So now let's look at the graph. So when I want to draw the graph, before I let the calculator help me to do, when I want to draw the graph, I have to prepare, am I right? So this is my y-axis, this is the origin, this is the x-axis. I mark down the vertical asymptote. Here is the half x, sorry. Okay, so this is x equal to half. Then the x-intercept is someplace somewhere here. Yeah. So actually, if I want to make it more obvious, what should I do is, okay, I should draw it this way. I should put the half here. Make it wider, right? X equal to half here. So I can mark my x-intercept somewhere here. So I know that the graph only exists in this part, to the right of the half. So the graph, if you look at your graphic calculator, okay, can you please use your graphic calculator and get the graph? So what should you put your domain? What should you put your x minimum? Class, when you go to window, what should you put your x minimum as?
0.
Okay, why you put your x minimum as 0? Look at the domain.
1/2.
Yeah, you can put 1/2. Yeah, that is your x minimum. Then your x maximum up to you. You can choose any value you like. You can put 10, you can put 20, up to you. Then you do a zoom fit and have a look at it. Then after that, I go zoom fit. So how is the graph look like?
Miss,
Yes?
may I ask why the x minimum is 1/2?
Huh?
May I ask why the x minimum is 1/2?
You look at the domain now.
Oh,
Can you please look at the domain?
okay, okay.
Sure. Why is X maximum 10?
I say up to you, lor.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Listen carefully. I say up to you. You can put 20, you can put 30 because I don't know. But you can go on. You can go to infinity. Am I right? Hello? Okay. If you look at the graph from the graphic calculator, it look very funny, correct? It look like it doesn't cut the x-intercept. Am I right?
Yes.
But obviously, we know from our sine diagram, it does. Am I right?
Yeah. Eventually.
Yeah, it does cut. So that's why I say, why we need to draw the sine diagram. That's why graphic calculator can fool you. So now can you please go to your
Sorry, go to our what?
yeah. If you go to your if you go to your window, you will realize
So-
that your calculator can't trace that for you. You see if you go to your graphic calculator window, correct? Can you tell me what is the y minimum value?
-10.
Oh, you got -10, but
Huh?
mine don't have leh. That means something wrong with mine. I go zoom feed. I try again and see.
Okay, I'll just replace it with 0.
But I
What happens?
0.
Actually, I guess 0.06. Wait.
Yeah.
I also get that when I do a zoom feed. So that means my calculator not able to trace for me. You see or not? Your calculator not able to trace for you. So sometimes that's why I say, yeah, you get your y minimum as 0.06. I also got that. So that means in this case, your graphic calculator cannot trace for you. So don't trust your graphic calculator fully. We know from the sine diagram, obviously the graph will go like that. And here go in this way. Agree with me?
Agreed.
Yeah. So that's why sometimes your graphic calculator can fool you. So we just have to be very, very careful. You get what I mean? Okay, so
Yes.
I purposely set this question in such a way to let you know that not everything your graphic calculator show you the graph is the actual picture. Sometimes there are certain situations your graphic calculator cannot trace for you. Okay? So this is something that we have to be careful of. You can play around with it. Okay, if you want to try to play around, you can try to play, put your x minimum as 0.52. You try and see, 52. Then you do a zoom fit again. Then at this case, it can. At this case, you can see the situation. You see the situation now?
Yes.
So that's why I say sine diagram is very important. And it gives us a picture. Your calculator is not 100% trustworthy, okay? Can I say like that?
Yes, it depends on the user.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the reason why it can't trace is because this is the vertical asymptote. So look, I'm going to teach you something from here. So you see as x approaches half. That means, look, this is my x-axis. This is the half. As x approaches half from the right. Okay. So what happened to ln 2x minus 1? It will approach what? So we need to do some imagination here. Okay, so that means I pick a value of x. I pick a value of x like very near half. So very near half is what? 0.50001. Very near half, am I right? So I put into my calculator and I put ln 2 times 0.5001 minus 1. Okay, then I try to get the ln value. You see what happened. So all in red is you use your mind to imagine. Ln 2 times 0.5001, take away 1, close. What do you get? You get negative 8.5171, correct? So if you put it so much nearer, you will realize that this value will tend to negative infinity. That's why it go in this way. Are you okay? So this is another thing about ln that we have to imagine. You try 0.500001 and see, you see it will go very, very small and negative. Okay. So this is when we have a vertical asymptote. We have a vertical asymptote. We also want to study what happened. What happened to the value of the function if it approaches the vertical asymptote. Are you okay? So anything else you want to ask? So as we go higher level, right, when you learn maths, you not only have to memorize the way to do it, you have to understand the way to do it. You have to be creative about doing it also. First, you have to memorize. You understand, you memorize. Then you think of how it goes. So is sign diagram important? It's important. Graphic calculator is just a tool to help us to do something faster only. They can't think for you. Okay, graphic calculators cannot think for you. Only you yourself can think for yourself. Any question? If not, I'm going to go to another question. Hello? Shall we?
Miss,
Yes.
I think the x equals to 0.50001. That one is supposed to be 5001, only 20.
Which one?
The
Oh,
one
I
in
got another 0. Yeah, you got another. Okay. So this one I delete off 1 0 lah. Okay.
Yeah.
You try with a bigger number. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So can we move to the other question and learn some other new things?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I'm thinking of the next question. Okay. So let's talk about question 2. Okay, you find the domain first. Give Mr. 1 minute because I have to do something to decide the question. Okay, are you done? Okay. Ready?
Wait, not yet.
Miss,
Yes?
I ask you a question, you don't scold me.
No, I won't scold people one. Yes. Why you so scared? You must in advance tell me first. Okay, yes?
How to know if the domain is exponential or what?
There, you look here, I have the ln,
Uh-huh.
and here I got exponential and got ln also. So actually this is more on ln, natural log. When you see ln, correct? The one inside here is your key. The whatever in the ln is your key to help you to find the domain. When you see exponential only without ln, correct? Then you know it's a real number only.
Oh, so got ln is
See whatever in the ln.
is always greater than 0. One,
Yep.
Have to. You have to. See or not? Okay, but I purposely said it like that because I want to teach you some of the natural log rule. When you see ln, right? Ln e or ln, if I, for example, I have ln 2x minus 1 squared. So what I can do is, there is a rule, the 2 you can bring it over. So it becomes 2 times of ln 2x minus 1. So this is something about ln that you have to take notes. Okay. And another issue about ln is ln e, because ln is log e. So if the base and the number is the same, the answer is 1. Clear? Okay, these are the natural log rule that you have to remember. So from there, I can simplify this. Based on these two rules, I can simplify this. So this is a power I can bring in front, ln E. So this is x times 1. So actually this is x. Clear? So these are natural log formula that you have to remember. So that's why every lesson I give you a little bit of the formula. So you see why I need to know this, because I can simplify things. So now, instead of writing my gx as what is given, so now I write my gx as ln 3 minus x plus x. Are you clear? Question can give you in a very complex way. That's why I don't want to dump you with a lot of formula straight away. I'm telling you, these two formula is very useful to me. How is it useful? It helped me to simplify a complex thing. Okay, done. Okay, so now I can start to find the domain. So when you talk about domain, this is like the power term. So there is no issue with the x. The issue of the x domain will be here in the ln. This is the issue. Okay. So you must know what is your problem, what is your issue, so you can solve. A. Okay. Can someone tell me the domain?
Is it x less than 3?
Yeah, x less than 3. You are right. So how I do? I say 3 minus x must be greater than 0. So my 3 must be greater than x. So it means that x must be less than 3. So therefore, I write down my domain as x. X is a member or real number. And you can write across because I don't have space. That's why x must be less than 3. Okay. So now they say find the value of x-intercept. In this case, I didn't ask you to find the exact value of the x-intercept. Okay, so if you want to find the x-intercept, so let me explain. There is some skill that I want to teach you. So my gx must be equal to 0, correct? Okay. Now, if you have a long term and another one is the power term, this one we call it long term, okay? This one we call it the power term. It's not a number. So you can't solve it manually. You have to solve by graphical method. Or we can solve it using our solver. Okay, our solver. Yeah. So we are going to try to solve it using our solver. Okay, so I put down there. So part B. So what do I mean by solve it using solver? Okay, so how to call out solver in your calculator? So everyone with your calculator there? With you? Okay, press the math button. Press, scroll down until you see, do you see the word solver?
Numeric solver.
Yeah, for your is numeric solver. For my calculator is solver only. So as long as you see the word solver, okay, select that, put enter. So it appear in your calculator, this one, correct? Equation solver. Got that? Then you got E1. Then you got E2. Got that? Hello?
Yes.
So, this is our ln 3 minus x plus x equal to 0. This is in our y1, right? Hello?
Yes.
Yes. So you can just call out your y1 and put it here. So this will be your E1. The left hand side be your E1, right hand side be your E2. So you put a 0 here. Okay, are you done? Okay, then it will have the OK appear, right? Then the OK will come out. After you key in already, the OK will come out here. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so you can either press enter, you press at the button of graph also can. I always prefer press enter. Okay, after you press enter, this dialog box come out. And there is an X value there, correct? So what you need to do is now you have to put a suitable X value. So now if you look at our domain, our X must be less than 3, correct? Yeah. So young people, what are X value are you going to choose?
2.
You are going to choose 2. Okay. So you choose 2. You put 2 there. So this is not the answer yet. Huh? This is not the answer yet. Listen, huh? This is not the answer yet. So hold on. I go back first. Okay, this is not the answer yet. So what you need to do after you choose a suitable value for X, then you have to do this step. Okay, do you see the word solve on top of enter?
Yes.
There is a green word solve. So before you press enter, what should you do? If it's in green, you have to press the button alpha. Then enter. Okay, everyone, press the button alpha, enter. Then you wait for some time. So the calculator will give you the answer. You get that? Okay, so the calculator will give you the answer. Do you get one answer as X equal to 2.9475? Do you get that?
Yes, miss.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I just want to let you know, I plot the graph already. There is another x-intercept. There is another x-intercept whereby it's negative. So what we can do is, after we get this correct, so we can repeat. I change this number to maybe -5. Okay, can you please, everyone, change to -5? Then you press alpha, enter again. Do you get another answer?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So the answer is X equal to,
-1.5.
yeah, correct, -1.505. So when you use numerical solver, you don't know how many roots. So you keep trying with different number. If they come back to the same number, that means there is only one answer. Hello, are you clear? So that is the something that is not so good about numerical solver. You have to keep trying. So because just now I plot the graph, so I know there are two solutions. So maybe, so do you get me? So that is how you use. So today we take away of how to use numerical solver to solve anything that I don't know how to solve. I just dump it to numerical solver. I keep trying and I will get the answer. Are you clear? For this one, definitely impossible to solve manually because there is a exponential term, a long term and a exponential term and a power term, okay? So everyone clear about how to use numerical solver? So there are steps to take. So you can try, okay? So done with B. So we will do C. So now we want to draw the sign diagram because of time. So I'm going to do it quickly. Okay, so if I want to draw the sign diagram, we know that important here, the domain. So X must be less than -3. Less than 3. So I put 3 here. Yeah, then I have two x-intercept. One is 2.94 or 95, very close to 3. And the other one is -1.51. Okay, so I determine the sign. Go back to the same method. Can you please determine the sign? This is negative, and this is positive, and this is negative. Right? So, any issue on that? So, can you continue to sketch the graph? Okay, when I want to sketch the graph, always remember, don't go to the graphic calculator first. Prepare your axis first. This is your Y. This is your X. 0, 1, 2, 3. X-intercept here. Another x-intercept here. Okay? Then you go to the graph. So every time when I ask you to sketch the graph, don't go to graphic calculator, but prepare your axis first. Then only go to the graph. So what you can do is, for this case, you can use your X maximum as 3. Right? Yeah, your X minimum up to you. Because this is our x-intercept -1.51. So I can put -3 or -2, my choice. Okay, then I do a zoom fit and see how it goes. If you don't know what domain to choose, you can just straight away to go to zoom standard. Okay. So do you get the graph like that?
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't call you. Doesn't mean you can straight away from the class, Do you get like that?
Yes.
Yes. So now you can find the coordinate of the maximum point. So please do so. Please find the coordinate of the maximum point. I will call, this time I will call someone to give me the answer. By now, everyone should know how to find the turning point already. Okay, have you got? I have got mine. Kevin,
Not yet, not yet.
Kevin,
Wait, teacher, my graph a bit different than yours.
how can your graph be a bit different from mine?
I sent you.
You send me. How can your graph be a bit different from mine? Send, quick. You send me personally or to my
PM.
because you are doing a Zoom standard. Kevin, because you are doing a Zoom standard, so you can't see clearly. So that's why your graph look like that. Because from the 3 onward, correct? This is 3, this is 0. So that's why your graph only show this part. You can't go down. So, but you still can get the turning point, nothing wrong. Hello?
Oh, okay. Wait.
I magnify this part. So I get here. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. You are doing Zoom standard. I'm doing Zoom fit with my X minimum as -3 and X maximum as 3. I'm doing like that. When I go to my window.
I X minimum I put 3.
X minimum cannot lah. X minimum how to put 3? 3 you cannot get the graph already. Bigger
Oh,
value
sorry.
is maximum. Smaller value is minimum. Okay. Can someone give me the maximum point? How Shen?
Well, I waiting.
Wait, miss, what do you use for X minimum to see the
Yeah. I use -3.
On -3. Oh, okay.
Definitely lah.
Yeah, I try.
How can I use a minimum which is more than my maximum?
Still
Then you
won't.
can. No, then you use -2 lor.
Why you use -3 can one?
You use -2 lah. I use -2. -2 lah. You use -2. Or I use -2.
Still not enough.
Up to you. You use -3 also can work. I use -3. I do a Zoom fit. Okay, I do -3. I do a Zoom fit. I also can get the answer. What? Why not? I also can get. Very nice curve. Pop. Go down. This part is not that obvious, okay? I exaggerate it, okay? So please go and play around with your graphic calculator, okay? Yeah. Amira, can I have the coordinates of the turning point?
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
X
What is X?
2.00.
So 2.00 is 2, okay? Y?
2.
Y is also 2, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. So this is the, so you see this is the highest point also. The graph will go down like that. So actually the range, if I want to talk about range, correct? The range for this function, correct? Y is a member or real number, and Y is less than or equal to 2. Okay? So today there are a lot of things to learn. Yeah. So when I teach you all this is to prepare you for our chapter 2, chapter 3, that kind of things. So that when we come to that, I don't have to teach you all this technique already. You know all the technique, I can straight away get into it. So then learning will be more fun. So all these technical things, you better learn it up, all the skill in solving the problem. Can or not? Hello?
Miss,
Yes?
is it the solver can only apply for the log equation?
Anything.
Polynomial
One
equation
cubic,
also can.
any equation you like to solve. So I will say solver is like that. Anything I don't know how to solve manually, I dump it into solver and keep trying to get the value of solution.
Okay, thanks.
So that's why now I'm telling you, if you say your algebra is not good, you don't, it's not a hindrance to learn math because I have my graphic calculator to help me to solve. So solving, how to write down the things properly, plan it properly, the rest of the calculation all can be done with graphic calculator. Are you clear? Okay. Sorry. Any question? Hello? Nanti saya turun ambil ya. Okay. Okay, class, sorry on and off you will see me have to receive some call because my students send in the project. Okay. Okay. Thank you, class.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Miss.
Miss.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you.
Teacher, sorry, but why x minimum cannot be 3?
Hey, because the domain, the highest is 3 ma.
I thought